Hello everybody. Welcome to Shopping to Scale, Grease and Crafts. I hope everybody can join me this afternoon. I missed a hole, so I'm putting my zip ties back in. So we'll wait a few minutes till everybody gets, a few more people get on, and then we'll start. I am using a small flower board, Unique in the Creek flower board. And I didn't post any of my information in the description, but I'll go back and update that once I get off my live. I got me a new stand to put my camera on, and my phone on, and I'm technically challenged at times, so needless to say, I converted back to what I had. So anyway, I'm going to be doing a fall decor, and I don't believe anybody has done it, but that doesn't mean that it's not been done. But when I thought about it, I thought I made some just like it last year, but it didn't make them on the board. So that's going to be a little bit different. I thought it was going to be challenging, but it wasn't. I first started out with 21-inch mesh, and I thought that was a bit too big for my board. So I converted down to a 10 by 10, and I cut my pieces 10 by 16. Hopefully I'll get to the end here. And yeah, right here. And so I think it's going to take 32 pieces, and I'm hoping I'm going to have enough, because when I went to cut my second roll, I couldn't find it. Can y'all see me okay? Do I need to bring you close? Let me see if I can bring you a little bit closer where y'all can see the board. Okay? Hold on. I don't want to make you dizzy. Hold on. That a little bit better. I don't want to touch it too much. Okay, is that okay? All right. Let's see what we can do here today. Okay, I've got all my pieces. Can y'all see okay? Let me push them back a little bit more, and then we'll get in here. I've got my board, my glass on here. I don't normally, I like to leave it on here, but that's okay. All right. I started out putting it on another board, and I may have to swap some. I know I'm going to have to swap some off that board. Y'all can't see my head, but y'all going to be able to see what I'm working on, so that's more important. But I will, once I start getting towards the end, I'll use some off my other board that I started since I couldn't find my roll. But here is the roll, the mesh cut 10 by 16. And instead of rolling it this way, we're going to roll it this way. And it is a little bit challenging, but it's doable. And you are going to need zip ties. Let me start up here at the top. We might make sure I don't miss one. You are going to need zip ties and some paper, clothespins. I'm still thinking I'm missing one here, but that's okay. I think we might have enough to cover it. I'm going to get it zipped in here. Okay. You will need, you can do individual paper, clothespins if you want to, but you don't have to. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go all the way around and put all my pieces on. Then I'll come back and show you how I attached them. I think y'all going to like this. It's going to be fun because you'll be able to do it any way you want to do it. And I'm just putting just enough in the zip tie. Oh, and I'll be using my glue gun and a couple pieces of foam and some sunflowers and raffia, and I'll be using a piece of burlap. And so you can take and put them together like this, as long as it holds the roll together. As long as it holds the roll together, okay? And once you start getting it around, you may have to go back when you're pulling it back together and roll it. But we'll see. Now, if I get out of the camera, holler at me. Can y'all see that okay? May have to back it up just a hair. But the 21-inch mesh I thought was a little bit too big for this board. And since I was tinkering with it, I went with that. And I ran out of the regular orange, so I had to make me a run to Hobby Lobby. I'm not real fond of this, but I did use my wood burner. But it really don't matter about the fraying on the ends because they're going to be covered up. Hey, Lois Ann, thank you for joining me. But you'll just take the pieces, instead of rolling it the way that it wants to roll, you're just going to roll it the opposite way. And then just drop them in your zip ties. And then just clip them together down here at the end. Let me back that up just a little bit where y'all can see the whole picture. Is that okay? Hopefully that can get y'all in it right now. Okay. But you're going to take, instead of letting it roll up like that right there, you're going to spread it out like this, and then you're going to challenge it and roll it the opposite way. Like you're rolling a piece of candy, a candy wrapper, if you're going to put a candy wrapper around it. That kind of look. You know, some people make wreaths that look like candy wrappers. I've seen them. They're really cute. And I did not check to see if anybody else was live at this time, and I apologize if I'm overlapping anybody. I usually try to check, but I didn't, and I'm sorry. Let me work in some of these other pieces that I've got attached to this board as we go. That way it don't look as used on the other side. Alright. Well, like I said, I used a 10 by 10 roll, but I cut it 10 by 16. And I need to start another clothespin. I forgot about the drawing too, y'all. So Kimberly is working on getting the drawing done for me. And see, because this one I already had it up, it's going to stay where I put it for the most part, which is good. Makes it just a little bit easier. And it'll make it a little bit faster by me already having these, but I can do that, and y'all won't have to wait on these. But this is simple, y'all. Simple. Sorry, I forgot to clip them. I gotta be careful with that board, that glass board, because I will break it. I don't do well with glass, y'all. I'm surprised this has stayed together all this time. I hope, if I miss anybody, I apologize. After I get done with my video, I'll go back and watch it. I'm still learning how to marry the other ones up. Don't give up on me yet. Okay. Let me put a new one in. Kind of mix it up. But you're going to roll it out. Instead of rolling like this, you're going to challenge the mesh and roll it the opposite way. And try to keep it just as close to straight as you can. Put that one in here too. I used a whole roll, and I forgot how many I had on that first roll, y'all. But it takes a total of 32 pieces, but it will take 2 whole rows. I mean, you'll have to get 2 whole rolls, but you won't use all of it. I'm going to cheat on this one, y'all. Bear with me. Y'all see what I mean in a minute. My husband thought I was crazy when I was sitting down there on the floor working on this. But hey, he's known. He knows me by now after 41 years. You'd think he'd go with the flow. And he does. He's good. But see what I did? I had already put these together, so I'm just going to take and lay these right down in the holes. And I won't have to be challenged. So I'm cheating a little bit, y'all. Sorry. I think my next one's going to be cream color. This is why I don't like preloading my boards, because I get, and I could go ahead and zip them out, but let's see if I just taking that, because I've already got the ends of it done like we're going to do the other. Then I can just clip them off the other board and just drop them in here. They've already got the shape on the board. Hey, Bonnie, thanks for joining me. I'm making a fall decor on the small flower board. I used a 10 by 10 roll, and I cut it 16 inches long. I tried it at 14 inches, and I tried it at 16 inches, and I tried it at 18 inches, and I felt like the 16 inches was a pretty good fit. Alright, let me get these off here. If y'all have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them in. I'll try my best to catch them. If I don't, then maybe somebody in the group can help answer. If not, then when I review my video, I'll answer any questions. One of my pieces come out. Okay. Can y'all guess what I'm making? I know y'all do. I know y'all know what I'm making. But you'll roll it out like this, and you're going to just, and I rolled it up probably right at 1 inch, and roll it that way. But if you'll hold it pretty tight as you're rolling it on the ends, then it'll do pretty good. This would work really good on a character board with using the 21 inch, I'm positive. You're welcome. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. And then just put these two ends together with the clothespin. Just hold them together with a clothespin. Or you can, I have these little clips too, and I use those as well. And I got those at Home Depot. And the next time I go to Home Depot, I'm going to get me some more, because they hold pretty good. I just got me about 3 packages. They had them on sale for 99 cents, so I got 3 packages. As I was standing there at the checkout, and I saw them, and I thought, well, they might work pretty good. Now I wish I'd have got more. That's okay. I'm always making a road trip. Hey, Wendy. I cut them 16 inches long. That's okay, Bonnie. I'll get in just a little bit more in a minute, and you'll guess. You'll know. It's fun. I've got another Halloween idea that I'm going to try to do, but it'll have to wait till after the holiday. Okay. You just put them in with your clothespin. But Wendy, I used a 10-inch roll, and I cut my pieces 16 inches long. And instead of rolling them with the natural curl, we're going to roll them the opposite. We're going to challenge it. And if y'all don't mind, if you like, share, and comment, lights on, I'd appreciate it. I can't wait to see who the winners are. I forgot to tell Kimberly to make sure, or I told her, I said, just post them the way that you draw them. And I didn't tell her what we was drawing for. She probably know. I know she knows, but she's had an eventful birthday. She celebrates the 30th, and she celebrates the 31st. You're welcome. Yes, ma'am, Bonnie, we do. I felt like the 21-inch mesh was a bit too long, or a bit too big for this board. And since I had already started my project, I wanted to continue it. And see, the fraying won't matter because you're going to have the edges of the roll inside. I'm going to start another clothespin. Can y'all see okay? But she celebrates the 30th and the 31st. And the reason she does this is because my birthday is the 31st of May. And her birthday is August the 30th. Well, my mother never could keep it straight. So I'd get my birthday present early. And she'd get her birthday present late. So we both do it. I'm just not as bad as she is. Because it seemed like it fell on her to be, her birthday to be missed. So, I'm good. We enjoyed it. Thank you. She may hop on here a little bit. But she said she had a real good birthday. We have a group on chat. Or I mean, it's actually on regular message that we keep up with everybody in the group. Something's going on, then we just put it in there and where everybody can see what's going on. So that works out good. But you'll need, and oh, I forgot to tell you the main part. Okay, the reason you're going to need 32 pieces is because I drilled holes in the board too. Sorry, forgot to tell you that bit of information. But what I did was in between each hole that was there, the normal holes that you would use, I put 2 holes in between. So that I would have an additional set. That's how I come up with the 20 or 32 pieces. I'm going to have enough, I think, which is good. But I'm telling y'all, this amazed me. Because last year when I made these, I really struggled at keeping them together because I made probably 6 of them. Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah, Bonita, I've got to get started on my Christmas trees too. I did the one on the live, but I need to really make a couple more. I've got my craft show next weekend. And my friend, she's expecting her first great-granddaughter. And she was due Wednesday, but she's not had it yet. I haven't heard from her today, so anything's possible. She could go early. But she and I are going to do the craft show together. We had a lot of fun when we did it last year. We did a couple shows together. Worked out pretty good. It's nice to have somebody to hang with and be able to do some crafting with. It's fun. Thank you, Barbara. I appreciate that. We will not be using the inside board at all. The inside holes on rows 2, 3, or 4. Just the outside boards. Or outside holes. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, all of a sudden my glue gun has started stringing. I usually put Vaseline on the top of it because it keeps it from doing that so bad. And it just seems like once I got to the bottom of this bag of Gorilla Glue sticks that it started stringing. And it may just be me, y'all. I don't think so, because I got glue everywhere. I do. Where I'm cutting these pieces off of the other one. Thank you, Sue. You wasn't notified again. See, I don't know how to work that thing. I got to get better. Sue, at the top of this video, you'll see 3 little dots. Click up there and see if it says something like turn on notifications or something. See if it says anything. Hey, Katie, thanks for joining me. I appreciate it. Okay, this is what we've got so far. I know we're out of the screen, but I've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to gather up and put together on in a clothespin. These right here is what I transferred from the other board, and it already had a zip tie on it where I was holding it, where I was playing with it. This one right here, I need to add one more out of this one into here. I'm going to do 6 at a time on each one. 4, 5, 6. Okay. And I'm going to zip tie them, then we'll work on the inside. I didn't go all the way and complete the task. But I'm pretty sure. But you want to pull these up together. You have to hold them tight because they won't slip away from you. And zip them. Zip them pretty tight. Then you can go ahead and cut this off. Because we're going to leave that on. Oh, I'm so dingy sometimes, y'all. Hey, Michelle, I didn't think about live. I hope I didn't overlap you. I was thinking you were going live today, and I didn't look before I made my event. And I'm sorry. Okay, that's done. That one's done. Okay. I need this one. I need 2 more. But try to get them together as close up here as you can get. Maybe about 1 inch away from the zip tie. Because you want them to be tight. I like one more. Okay, thanks. Hopefully it will. I'm not tech savvy anymore. I just almost missed that one. Okay, now let me clip these off right quick. I missed them as I was getting done with them. Bonnie, remind me before we get done with this video, because if I don't, I'll forget. But I'll go ahead and clip those other ones off that board, and then I'll show you a picture of it. Okay, now we're ready to do the center. Okay, what I did was I used one of these right here from the Dollar Tree. And we're going to take and we're going to glue it right here in the middle. Just center it. It's good. I gotta have another glue stick. Then I took a half of one of the balls that I actually cut this in half last week to do another angel, but I didn't. Okay, hopefully I'll be done by then. I already had it painted. You don't have to paint it. You could paint it orange. It would be good. But I'm just going to, and I know this is going to melt this a little bit. Just center it onto that one. Alright. Now, you know when you're doing flowers, you're doing wreaths and you have the flowers that you're putting in to your wreath, and you cut these stems off, hang on to those stems. Because in a case like this, we're going to use them. Alright? Let me cut it in half. I don't really need all of it. I'm going to use them, instead of using the floral pens that you can get, they're kind of expensive. Why not just recycle these and use these? It serves the same purpose. So what you're going to do is you're going to take this right here, kind of give it a turn down, turn it down, settle like that. Run this through the zip tie. I got it too tight, y'all. Look at me, I'm telling you. Alright. Might be easier to do a pen at this point. I didn't think about it. It's almost in there. Okay, there it goes. And what you're going to do is you're going to make sure this zip tie goes back to the back a little bit, and then just take and bend this piece. I'm going to stick a little glue on it, so when I stick it in that styrofoam, it's going to stay. Kindly give it a turn. Just push it down in there. Now, you see what we're making? A pumpkin. And you just have to take and roll your rolls. Straighten them back up. But you're going to try to get these just as even around together that you can. Okay. I'll try to put it in the opposite side. Y'all, I'm going to have to cut this where y'all have to wait on me struggling to get that in there. And before I take it apart, I'm going to zip me a zip tie on here. And then cut it off. Okay, now we'll take this piece, stick it in top of this. Well, I shouldn't have cut that off. I'm telling y'all, you gotta watch me. I'm crazy. Alright, Mary Lou, that sounds good. Sometimes you can take and do that number right there and it'll work. Okay, and then take and just bend your piece of wire. Put you some glue on it. We don't want it going nowhere once we get it in there. Turn it over like this a little bit and go kind of even with the other. Make sure it's not going to overlap too much of the other side. And so you can take and roll your pumpkin pieces. No, ma'am, Sue, I didn't. I found this on YouTube last year and I made them without the center. And they sit okay on tables and things like that. But I thought when I started making them this year, I thought about the board and I thought that would give it a little bit of support on the bottom. A whole lot better. Trust me, a whole lot better. Okay, I'm going to do this again because I should have waited until... I'm going to come down below it just a little bit because this is the one I almost missed. Okay. And I'll cut this one off. Run this metal piece down in here. Tighten the zip tie up, just as tight as you can get it. You can clip it off. Why don't we go ahead and do this one, that way we can just stick them in. That'll save you a little time. But I used a 10-inch roll, cut it 16 inches, and instead of going with the roll, the curl, go the opposite way. And then take this right here, cut the old one off because I don't need it. Yeah, guys, I do have the shakes in case y'all seen that. Thank you, Michelle. I appreciate it. Like I said, I made these last year using the 21-inch mesh. But I thought, well, I could use this and make a smaller one. Because the other one was about like this. It was about this big. So, okay. One more. See, I missed that one a little bit, so we'll gather that up a little bit. Like I said, I got it all the way to this part right here, and then I realized once I stuck it in there, it was going to work. But when you do the 21-inch mesh and make the pumpkins like this, it's a challenge because you got... Well, y'all, I can't get that loose. There we go. I don't know. I just took, I guess, curl, maybe. I guess that's what you call it. But like I said, save these pieces that you use on when you're doing flower arrangements. And then we're going to take and see that one piece is still coming out, but you can take and pull it back up in there because I haven't zipped it all the way. Stick that piece in there and pull this zip tie just as tight as you can get it, because you don't want it coming apart. And just cut the zip tie off. Alright, now let's get back to gluing. So let's start back over here where we were at. And then we're going to take and bend this wire together. You might have to pull that out a little bit. You want to glue it. Turn it to where the zip tie goes towards the inside. Stick it right down in your styrofoam. Just as far as you can stick it. Hey, Rebecca. This is a small flower border. Hey, Alice. Hey, Barbara. I'm making a pumpkin centerpiece on the small flower board. Now, what about the 21-inch measure? Barbara, if you do the 21-inch, do them at 12 inches. 21 by 12. Is that right? 21 by 12. Yes, 21 by 12, y'all. I had to think a minute how I did it. Oh, I already did that one. Trying to put another zip tie on it, y'all. Okay. This one might be a little bit too long. And it's okay. I got plenty of styrofoam in there. Stick him down in that hole too. And the reason I did it in 6s is because I thought it'd be a little bit more even. Oh, shoot. Alright. See, there's the pumpkin so far. And see, then you'll just take and you can fluff these up. Pull these out. Make them closer. And you know, on a pumpkin, these sides are never the same. Thank you. Oh, that would be gorgeous, Michelle. I already want to do me a beige one. Okay, now we're going to start on the center. I'm just going to take some burlap. I just cut a piece, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to roll it up pretty tight and just kind of roll it a little bit at an angle, and then I'll start coming back down here where it'll have a thicker stem. And see, that'll fill that little hole up in there. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, let me get me a clothespin. We're going to clothespin this for a minute, because I'm going to add a leaf to it. Hey, Karen. Hey, Crystal. Hey, Mary. Yes, I'm pretty sure you can, Mary. You'll have to cut the holes just like I did. See, my glue gun stuck them two together. That's all right. I don't need all of them. And then I'm just going to take and go in the middle, bring these 2 points together, and we're going to make a leaf. One leaf, 2 leaves. One leaf, and we're going to take these, put these together. Zip tie. See, I can use a small one on this one because it don't matter. Debbie, I can try it later when I get home. Get back to my regular. Okay, so there we have the leaf in this one. And we're still going to use one of these flower stems. Cut it off a little bit. And I'm going to put it right down in here through that zip tie right there to help hold it, support it. And we're going to glue this right here. I'll put a little glue on the burlap too. And we're going to stick it straight down in here. And then that little tail of burlap we can stick in between the holes of the pumpkin. And then you can just bring your pieces up. You can take and roll them a little bit back into shape. I think I rolled that one the wrong way. Roll it back into shape and shape your pumpkin the way you want to. Now, I still have just a little bit of gap right there in the middle. That's okay. I'm going to take care of that too. Now, I'm not glued these down, but what do y'all think? 3 okay? Well, that right there don't want to stick up. We're going to stick that one up. Stick that back down there, and then the leaves. And so you may have to push your orange pieces together, because sometimes they'll come out. Or they're not, you know, when you're putting them in there, they're not really coming out, but they'll come unroll where we rolled them earlier, putting them into the thing. But once you put them back in shape, then they'll be good. And they'll sit there for a while. Now, instead of me having to fool with the bottom of it with it not having a flat piece to set it with, this is perfect. Now, it's a smaller pumpkin, but you know what? Just take and fluff it up a little bit. And it'll come off the board a bit. But what y'all think? See how easy that is? Thank you, Mary, Karen, Sue. I appreciate it. But when I was sitting there making one of those regular pumpkins, and I thought, oh my goodness, why am I doing this? Go get a board and try it on the board. Let me pull it down where I can see you. Now, maybe. But, I'm like Michelle. A black and white one would be perfect. And if you had the one like I did on the black and white check sunflower I did, that would be awesome. So, Michelle, you'll have to try that and see how it works. Thank you. If I miss anybody, I apologize. I'll go back and catch the comments on, hey, Natomi, I think that's how you pronounce it. I hope I pronounced it right. If not, let me know. Hey, Crystal, thank you. But I want to do a cream one. I think a cream one would be pretty. But I can't wait to see what Michelle does with that black and white one. Hop to it, girl. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, that's all I have today. But like I said, I have a Halloween I'm working on that I've got all my stuff pulled together for it. And I'll try to get to it first of the week. With it being holiday on Monday, we'll have to see how Tuesday looks. But I'll try to create another event. Hopefully that works. Hopefully it'll notify y'all. Okay. But that's all I have. And let me see. Let's see what it measures, y'all. It's right at 15 inches long. And probably about 6 inches deep. And add to this if you use the leaves. But you could use these leaves as well. Those would be cute. Maybe bigger ones. But that would work. Okay, guys. When I get the video posted, what I'll do is I'll go back up to the top of it and I'll put in the information. That way you can see what I used, and I'll put my Unique in the Creek link on there as well, and that way you can go through it. I'll get credit for it. And you put shop to scale, all capital letters, all one word. Shop to scale. Thank you. I did something right today, y'all. Yes, Alice, I used a 10-inch roll. Used a 10-inch roll, and I cut it 16 inches long. And then instead of going with the curl, the natural curl, just turn it long ways. Let me show you right quick. For those that didn't catch it to begin with. Yeah. And work against the roll. And just roll it. I kind of hold it just as tight as I can and try to keep my pieces even at the end. And then just roll it like that. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and make all your pieces like this right here, and then come back and zip them into your zip ties. You could do that too. Let me take these off of here because Bonnie wanted to see a board that I drilled the holes in. Let me take these off. This is my play board. Sometimes I don't take it apart, sometimes I do, but because I couldn't find my second roll of mesh to cut, I don't know what I've done with it. I see the 21 inch, but I don't see the, and I'm sure it's right in front of me. Okay. Let's see. Can you see that okay? Let me see. Right here's the top of the board. We'll go on this side. Maybe you can see a little bit better. But this is the very center of the board where you would put your hanger. So you start there and see all these holes. I didn't have to drill anything right here. But then I started right here and I put 2 in between these 2. These are the 2 regular ones. Put 2 in between that. Skip the 2 regular ones here. Put 2 here. Go all the way around in between and put you 2 little holes. I hope that helps. And if you need help with making it or you want me to do the boards, just holler at me. I'll be glad to help y'all, okay? Well, that's all I've got today. Be sure to check the page, my page, because Kimberly's going to post the winner's name, and then I'll reach out to you, or you can get in contact with me where I can get your goodies out. It'll be the first of the week before I can get them out, though, because of the holidays. Yeah, Michelle, I was going to, but I thought, I debated about it because I didn't know whether that would hold good enough with the wire things that I put down in the middle. Go for it, Wendy. Have fun, y'all. Well, I'm going to get off here, but I appreciate you staying with me this afternoon, and I actually got done in time for y'all to hit Miss Monkey's live video at 3. So that's good. All right. Well, I'm gone, y'all. Thank you, and have a great weekend and a safe holiday, okay? Bye-bye.